come what may, I'm headed down the right path. I feel so brave, my head held high and I'm showing class. Dreams ignited, every day I truly give my best. I'm thriving excitedly to be the very best version of myself. I'm so bold and I'm so brilliant. I feel amazing, I feel so resilient. I'm so bold and I'm so brilliant. I'm so amazing, I feel so resilient.
Get to know Zahra Heydari. She's a licensed marriage and family therapist and the author of Stop the Bleeding. She and I discuss her affinity for helping her clients with trauma and difficult experiences, the implications of burnout, and much more.
Zahra Heydari, how are you today? Welcome to the Chundria show.
Oh my goodness, what an honor to be here and celebrating you and your wonderful success and your wonderful growth. So thank you for having me.
Absolutely, a pleasure. This is your third time on the Chundria show.
I don't know, I just love to be here.
Keep on coming on back. So I'll just keep coming as long as you invite me. That's right.
Yes, thank you. Thank you.
I saw that you wrote a book called Stop the Bleeding. Tell me about your inspiration for this new look at that cover.
The inspiration was when I see people suffering like constantly, I just want to create something easy that they don't need to come and see me and wait for me. They just could pick up the book wherever they are and make mental health issues more normal. And a lot of people hide from it. We cannot run away from it. We cannot hide. We need to talk about it and we need to heal. And I realize people are not just suffering from, let's say couples are arguing just because he's spending too much money or she's depressed because she lost her job. There's like deeper issues. That's why I called it a Stop the Bleeding, because I think our hearts are bleeding and we need to just heal our wounded, beautiful hearts so we could co-create our best lives.
Oh, I love that. What I love about it is you said when you're not available or so that they don't have to always wait on you, but you created this as a resource for people that they can have right on their bookshelves at home. How was the experience writing the book?
It was very, I started during COVID, so I was going through my own bleeding. That's why I said, you know what, I'm sure I'm not the only one bleeding. So let's take the time. God sometimes gives us lemon, let's make a lemonade. So I took the time that the whole country, the whole world was actually sad. And I was very sad and worried about this disease and how it's affecting my clients and myself. I decided to just pause and take some time to just bring everything that I've learned and I'm learning through crisis that was happening during COVID to this book. And the book is based on my crisis coaching experience and therapy. So that was the reason, and that's that. The writing was actually not easy. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know if you ever wrote a book. For some people, it's easy. People sometimes write a book in 2 weeks. For me, no, it took me a while. Yeah.
So okay, we're gonna go back to 2020. It's a global pandemic. People are fighting over toilet tissue in the stores. And your heart is open wide for the world. And you think, I'm going to write a book that will help other people, right? So right. What do you hope your audience or the readers of that book will get out of it?
My hope is COVID woke me up that life is fragile. And we need to make the best out of what we have right now, because there's a sense of urgency. Look at you. Look what you've done since I met you. I met you 2020, I think. And look at you. I'm knocking on the wood. You're getting your PhD, or I don't know if you got it, maybe. Maybe I'm off. But you are like producing, you're like creating, your husband is creating. You guys are like in your zone. You're like going forward with life. You're saying yes to life. And that's what I want people to stop being stuck during crisis and just know that even when crisis happen, we could still wake up and make the best out of our lives. And also know not everything is going to be calm and perfect every day. We are never going to be healthy and happy and all that forever. So what we have right now, what can we do about our lives today that could affect us later and leave a legacy for our families? I mean, talking about your beautiful father, your beloved father, what a legacy he left behind. That's what I'm talking about. We all have a legacy, and there's a sense of urgency to step into it, to heal from traumas and to learn from our pain and heal ourselves and heal the world and become a better version of ourselves and the world.
You know, your title of your book really sticks out to me, Stop the Bleeding. If I'm the reader, you're telling me that I have the power to stop the bleeding. I have the power to control or begin the healing process. Is that a fair assessment?
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. I'm a therapist and I should be saying, you don't know what you're doing. Come to me. Let me help you. Let me fix you. But I believe we all are God's children and we all have everything it takes. God brings right people to us to sometimes help us through our journey. So I'm not against therapy. I'm not against medication. I'm not against seeing a medical doctor. But you and I, are the main drivers in our own seats. We get to actually be in charge of what we are doing, how we are doing, when we are going. We could be a victim. We could say, poor me, poor me. We could be a villain. So and so did this to me. Or we could be a victor by just choosing and taking basic actions to co-create our best lives.
Love that. Why is it so important for you to help others heal from trauma and difficult experiences? Why did you set this mission out for your life?
Because I've been through a lot of traumas myself, and I believe the more we break, the more light will come to us. And I believe if I could heal from my own traumas that I've gone through since I was 11, being born in the country that still is crisis, Iran, Middle East, and then so many sad past stories that I don't want to take the time to talk about it. If I could heal my children. I could heal my great-grandchildren. So we could be every human being is entitled to take responsibility and be a cycle breaker from whatever is been going on in the past. And I think I was a cycle breaker in my family, in my generation that I'm talking about. And if I could share what I've gone through and what works so everybody else could, learn and heal, we all have gifts and we need to share our gifts. So it's all about sharing our gifts and exchanging what God blessed us with others.
Thank you for sharing your gift with the world. Thank you for serving. Thank you for having that selfless spirit and thinking of others and helping others become better versions of themselves. So just on behalf of anyone you've touched or helped in your career, I just want to say we thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. And thank you for what you are doing and your husband.
Thank you. So how have the difficulties in your life leading up to you as a professional mental health therapist, how has that shaped you as a person?
I think when I was 11 and my father died in a sudden car accident, I woke up again to how life is so fragile and how we could use our mouth, our words to be kind and loving and heal each other, or we could be mean and actually bring the worst out of each other. And going through my own personal experiences in grief of losing a father, leaving the country with my ex-husband and being away from everybody that I felt that I was part of, and then coming to a domestic violence issues, abuse and all that, and learning by watching Oprah, which we have a future Oprah right here. By watching Oprah, I learned about her childhood, what she's gone through, and I learned about how we could actually reprogram our mind, we could actually change our stories. So for me, all my own pain and struggles made me make progress in my life to become a more powerful version of myself. And there's a chapter that is called, with pain, we make progress, and with progress, we are powerful creatures. So I think bringing that to mental health is normal. It's happening everywhere. So I want to normalize it. There's nothing wrong with being depressed. I've been depressed. I've taken medication in the past, and I've been just in bed, couldn't even move. But we could choose to stay there and repeat this story that, for me, this happened to me and I have no power. Or we could say, you know what can I do with what I have in the past that I cannot change? But what is it, this breath that I'm taking, I could offer what kind of a gifts to this breath, to be present right now with you, to exchange love and grace, and also to be a source of light and make mental health issues more normal and making it human beings issue. And when we realize we could choose to stay in a fear-based mindset or faithful mindset and recreate our own freedom, that's where I'm coming from. And I think with mental health and any issues, we could create our own freedom.
So how do we choose joy even when it's hard to?
How do we choose joy when it's hard to? By listening to our body, connecting, I'm going to say this with a big laughter because a lot of people make fun of me. My couples or my family clients come to me, they're fighting, they're struggling, and they say, so what is the homework? What is the homework? What should we do? I said, the best homework is work on your own emotional well-being. Calm your own nervous system. That's the best gift. No Cartier watch, no diamond rings, no fancy dinner or gifts. Please calm your mind with meditation, mindfulness, yoga, and stop. I'm raising my voice purposely. Stop blaming others to take away your peace. You could have your own peace. So how do we create joy when we can't? Number one, sit down and listen to your body. What is happening? Am I tired again? Am I exhausted again? Am I anxious again? What do I need? Because we all are beautiful babies walking in adult bodies. We need to be, a baby needs to eat, needs to go to bed, needs to play, needs to be entertained. And as an adult, we forget to eat okay, eat healthy, sleep enough, have enough playtime, joyful time, interact with other wonderful human beings. So, and take care of our body. So to be honest with you, to summarize is when you don't know how to find joy, you are either exhausted, so take a nap. You're either hungry, eat something. You're either bored, go outdoor by yourself in a park if it's a nice day, or not, just watch a funny show, listen to your music, call a friend. So listen to see what you need. That's where inner child healing work comes, that I talk about it in my book. And there are some days that you just exhausted and you just need to say, you know what, today my joy is saying no to everything and saying yes to rest. I don't know if I answered your question fully.
Yes, you did. You went above and beyond. That's amazing. So you mentioned how you work with a lot of families, a lot of couples, and sometimes they're at odds, and you help them to kind of assess where you are and focus on yourself for right now. Because how can you be great and together if you're not doing well individually? So do you encourage or suggest that all couples participate in couples counseling before they get married?
It depends. There are some people that they already done a lot of self, improvement work. So they know where they are, where they stand, and they're very aware and they know what they want, exactly where they are, and they take full responsibility for who they are, where they're going. And there are some couples that they just come hoping the other person complete them. That doesn't work. So it depends. I have some couples, they come to me because they want to make sure they start the marriage in a nice, calm, loving states, no crisis, no tornadoes. And that's why we go through basic values. And why did you even, what is the reason you guys want to get married? What are the core values? What are your triggers? What is your childhood? What are, all that stuff. We gather some information. So I want to say I don't recommend that for everybody, because some people done a lot of work already and they don't need it. But a lot of couples are okay. They just come as like a maintenance. It's like you have a beautiful skin, but you go see get a massage or facial every month, every few weeks, just to make sure you keep the good skin going, kind of like that. So it's personal choices, I want to say.
It's interesting how, life is all about relationships, right? Whoever those are, your family, your friends, your significant other, you just all of these amazing relationships. But like you said, if you don't work on yourself, it can impact those relationships. So, what can you say to someone who's experiencing burnout, lack of time management, which is causing implications, causing them to struggle to kind of juggle the family, the life, the career, the responsibilities. And so now it's impacting their relationships with others?
I would say pause, breathe, process, and make some progress. Like have a meeting with yourself and stop pointing fingers at others. Write down what you do all day long and really like write down what you do. Because sometimes when I tell my clients do that, they're like, okay, it's going to waste my time, but I'll do it. And they come back to me and they're like, oh my God, I was on my Instagram for 2.5 hours today. Because I tell them, write down everything you do for me, everything. Or you know what? I was watching Netflix from 11 o'clock at night until 2 a.m. and it was a stupid show. Okay, so ownership, taking responsibility about what am I doing? That's very important. Time management and having a clear vision. Who do I want to be a week from now, a year from now, 20 years from now? What is my legacy? Okay. And then start walking towards your future self. Like, look at you. I mean, I keep bringing the attention to you. I remember we talked 2 or 3 years ago and you said, I'm thinking about going back to school. I'm like, why? Look at you. You're already like doing these things. You said, no, it's something that I love that. I love that you're not competing with anybody. We are just walking in our own lane and trying to put the 10,000 hours in our own lane because you have a purpose. You want to be Oprah. So you're doing, and you're already doing movies and stuff. So maybe you're even bigger than Oprah, but you're in your own lane. You're not working in the kitchen. You're not talking and going out with your friends 8 times a week. No, it's about discipline. It's about dedication. It's about clarity. Where am I going? And what does my heart says? Not like what my family says, what neighbor says, what my grandma used to tell me. Calm down, put your 2 hands in your heart. This is very good place to start. If someone is watching us right now and is saying, Zahra, it's good for whoever that has extra time. I don't have any time. Pause, put your 2 hands in your heart and just do like 4 deep inhales. I could do just 2. So you guys know, big inhale through your nose, big open mouth exhale. And while we are doing that, we're sealing our hearts with our own hands. 1 more big inhale, big open mouth exhale. So do this for 90 seconds and listen to your heart, because our heart doesn't scream. Our heart is not mean. Our heart has a very soft, loving whispers. And that's what you need to do. And sometimes that is wake up. If someone is watching us and is busy and doesn't have time, wake up 15 minutes before everybody. Take that 15 minutes in the morning to make yourself your coffee and just stare out your window without any distractions. Or open up your Bible and pray if you like to pray, or journal, or listen to your song, or make a small goals for only today. These are the things I want to accomplish. So we are like beautiful flowers that we need to be watered and we need the sunlight. And that means nurturing and connecting to what we need.
You are a wealth of knowledge. And I think that is something that a lot of people can relate to, feeling like they don't have enough time. There just isn't enough time. And so I love that exercise where we, for anyone watching, can take a pause, stop, hand over the heart, and do that. Or even carving out that time before, before anyone gets up in the morning, or before, when everyone else is asleep. I mean, it works the same way too. So I think that's a really, really great exercise that you shared today. And I want to ask you some lightning round questions.
Go ahead.
Right. How do you practice self-care and relaxation?
For me, it's hot yoga. I need to go to my hot yoga. That's my drug of choice. I need the sweating and the movement, because that vagus nerves, that is the biggest nerves in our body, needs to be relaxed. So for me, that is my non-negotiable rule. I go 5 times a week, and also walking at the beach and journaling and praying. Those are very important to me.
If anybody follows Zahra on the internet, it seems like she lives at the beach. I think she lives on the beach. She has to have a beachfront property. I'm sorry.
It's not beachfront, but it's 7 minutes walk. It's 7 minutes walk. So sometimes, honestly, it just takes me like 20 minutes break that I have. I walk to the ocean. I come back and I'm refreshed. So, but it doesn't have to be ocean. You guys, could be honestly anything. Sometimes I tell my clients, just get a trampoline and jump in your trampoline. Move the energy in your body. But nature outdoor is a little bit more healing if the temperature allows.
Awesome. Next one is, who is the funniest person you know?
Funniest person I know right now is my grandson. He is only 2.5 years old, and the way he just sees world through his beautiful heart is just so funny and so beautiful. So I have to say it's my grandson right now. He's funny, very funny and sunny at the same time.
Oh, you're laughing already just thinking about him. That's so cute. Are you an early bird or a night owl?
Early, 4 or 5 a.m. That's my time to meet with God, to meet with Zahra, get Zahra's head clear, because sometimes I start work at 6 a.m. with East Coast or other countries. Okay. Yeah.
Early bird gets the worm, they say. And when you're up at 4 o'clock in the morning, are you drinking coffee or tea?
Lots of water first and then coffee.
Okay. And how do you take it?
Right now I'm back into cow milk. I was vegetarian, vegan, blah, blah, but now I'm into 100% fat cow milk.
And you just love every sip.
I love it. I love it. I'm craving it, and I'm giving it to my body. I'm listening to my body.
Love it. Okay. Your favorite movie genre, is it comedy or drama?
You know what? It's like combination, to be honest with you. The latest one that I really like was Bridesmaid. I could watch that forever, that comedy. I could watch that forever. But yeah, I think I want to say both.
Yeah, Kristen Wiig is hilarious. But especially the plane scene, I think I could watch that one over, when she like kept coming up to first class.
I know.
Funny forever.
Very funny.
Okay. And in what ways do you continue to honor your Iranian culture?
I listen to Iranian music, and I've been I've been a guest in an Iranian radio show in Houston, Texas. And also I am really into making some Iranian videos for my Iranian community, and I speak the language and connect with them and all that. And my daughter named her boys completely traditional Iranian names, and her husband is Caucasian. So I think even sometimes maybe I forget, but she reminds me. So we're trying. Yeah.
Oh, beautiful. What's your hidden talent, Zahra?
I'm a great cook. I love to cook, and I'm fast. I don't need recipes. I just look at the cupboard, what we have, and I just mix it all up. But don't ask me for a recipe, because there's no recipe. Honestly, I can't give you recipes, but it tastes amazing. And I'm not just saying it. Everybody says it.
Ooh, she said
Yeah.
it tastes amazing. But no recipes.
No recipes.
No
No,
cookbook for you.
no, it's like a crazy scientist. I just mix whatever we have and it tastes
Oh,
good. Yeah.
I love it. What's your favorite food you could never get tired of?
Iranian food, my culture. I love the rice, the basmati rice, saffron, and all this stuff that we eat. It's very delicious. Next time you and your husband come here, I really want to treat you to Iranian restaurant.
Oh, so sweet. Thank you. All righty, we're gonna keep this party going. What has been your most memorable travel destination?
Travel destination, I want to say Italy, Florence, Italy. I just loved it. Gorgeous, beautiful, alive. And I want to maybe retire there. I want to have a second home there one day.
Dreamy.
Yeah.
And who or what cheers you up when you're feeling down or overwhelmed?
My grandsons and my beautiful wife.
Awesome. Well, I want to thank you for being my special guest today, Zahra. It's always a pleasure to have you here, see your face, chat with you. If anyone is interested in connecting with you, getting a copy of that book, Stop the Bleeding, or book your services, what is the best way to connect with you?
Zahra Heydari, LMFT@gmail.com. That's my email, and my Instagram, Zahra Heydari therapist. Those are the best way to communicate with me.
Fantastic. It's been a pleasure. You take care.
Thank you for your time. I want to take a picture with you and the book so I could post it in my Instagram. What an honor to have you here, and it will be only a minute. Ready? Okay, 1, 2, 3. Beautiful, Chundria. Thank you, darling. Thank you. And thank you for your time. Yes. Blessings to you and your beloved husband and your future success.
That's all right.
Okay, celebrating you.
I will go ahead and do the links, let you know when it's airing, and we'll get all the clips together. It's in about 2 weeks.
Thank you. Blessings. God bless you, darling. Love you, darling. Have a great day.
Okay,
thank you. Thank you. Bye.
Come with me, I'm headed down the right path. I feel so brave, my head held high and I'm showing class. Dreams ignited, every day I truly give my best. I'm thriving excitedly to be the very best version of myself. I'm so bold and I'm so brave.